Let's look at a theory Japanese fans still talk about. Ah, the strongest creature alive. A man who killed Luffy 3 times, and Luffy is laughing at him, pulling his own face sideways like a cartoon, eyes popping out of his head. I literally put the chapter down. I thought I'd misread something. That's not a minority reaction. In Japanese fan spaces, that moment split people in a way that hasn't healed. It's the most Luffy thing he's ever done. He finally stopped fighting scared and started fighting free. That's the whole point of the form. Joy is the power source. How is that hard to understand? How is it hard to understand? I've heard that question 100 times and it still bothers me because I think it's asking the wrong thing. The debate in Japanese threads isn't really about whether Gear 5 makes sense. It's about whether it lands. And those are completely different arguments that keep getting treated as the same one. Wait, are people saying Gear 5 made them go back and rethink every emotional scene before it? Like Marineford? Eni's lobby? Because that's actually insane to me. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. And here's why. A phrase that kept surfacing in Japanese discussions after Wano ended wasn't anger, wasn't hate. It was something quieter. Maybe One Piece just isn't for me anymore. People who'd read this series for 20 years writing that sentence. Not as a threat, as a loss. That's just attachment to expectations. The story grew. They didn't. Except that framing is too easy. Because what those readers are describing isn't a preference for grimness. It's something more specific. A feeling that the emotional grammar of the series got rewritten mid-sentence. Nami being tortured, Robin saying she wanted to live, Luffy screaming at the sky after Ace died. Every single one of those scenes worked because his anger was real. Because something being broken made him break. You take that away. What does any of it mean now? I can't just move past that, because here's what makes it harder. Oda said it himself. Battle manga get darker as they escalate. He hated that pattern. He built Gear 5 specifically to destroy it. He planned this from the start. So he knew. He consciously chose to laugh at 25 years of emotional investment. That's not a mistake. That's a statement. Or it's the completion of the statement. The laugh isn't erasing the grief. It's what survives it. Luffy can only fight like that because of everything he lost. And that's exactly the part I can't let settle. Because if both of those readings hold, and they do, I've seen both defended with real precision in Japanese fan spaces, then every Gear 5 scene from this point forward carries that split inside it. There is no clean version anymore. The sharpest version I've seen puts it this way. Luffy's smile always used to face outward. It existed because his crew was there. Gear 5's laugh doesn't face anyone. It just is. And for some readers, that's the purest expression of freedom this series has ever shown. For others, it's the loneliest thing Oda has ever drawn. When Luffy laughed at Kaido, what did you feel? That he had finally become himself? Because depending on how you answer, Gear 5 either completes what One Piece had always been trying to say, or changes what it had been saying all along.